Testing, testing. I'm ready. Okay. So, by popular demand, a Cambly video just for you. Now, this is a keeping it real video, you guys. Straight up keeping it real. So, you guys have probably seen one of my more recent uploads with my interview with a teacher. Well, it wasn't really an interview, but it was a Cambly teacher that had questions. Teacher Erlene, hey girl. So it's a Cambly teacher that had questions about the platform. And of course, any one of you, when you are hired on the Cambly, you get 15 minutes free, a 15-minute free trial that you can log in as a student, and you can contact a tutor on Cambly and ask questions. And so this was another teacher that chose her 15 minutes with me, and I'm so honored. Thank you, thank you. And one of the questions was about money. You know, that's a big topic. Money, 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 money. You know, time is money. You know, you want to do what you like to do, you want to do what you love, and it's nice to get paid doing it too, especially when your purpose is to get paid. I mean, keeping it real. That's the purpose. We love meeting people from all over. We love conversing. We love teaching. Hey, we speak English. Why not get paid to speak English? So I have just some things that I wanted to go over as far as money and what the potentials are and what really motivates me. Just me. Now, there are people that do way less than I do as far as hours worked on Cambly. There are people that like explode and they do so much more. I mean, like, they're on Cambly full time, like 8, 9 hours a day. Now, if you're booked and you are tutoring for 8 to 9 hours a day, that's 80, 90 plus, because I'm not even counting the change. So say you're fully booked and you're doing the adults on the adult platform, then that's $10 an hour, $10.20, but we're going to round down. Okay, I'm going to round down so that you know that the actual amount is actually higher. That's what I like to do. I like to round down when I'm thinking of how much I made, so that when I see the actual amount, it's like, yes. And then when I'm actually paying my bills, I round up as far as how much is being taken out, so that the money left over is like, yes. You see my mentality there? Okay. So I'm just showing you just little tricks on what I do, how I do it, and why I do it that way. So rounding down, 8 to 9 hours a day, that's $80, $90 an hour. And that's just on the adult platform. You get paid a little more on the children's platform. You get paid an additional $2 an hour on the children's platform. So, I mean, it's really not a lot. So you go from not even a whole $2 an hour, but you go from like 10, 20 an hour to $12 an hour. Okay. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm saying hour because, you know, normally normal jobs in the, you know, the real outside world, they don't say, hey, we're going to pay you by the minute. They pay you by the hour, generally speaking. So I'm saying hours so that you can visualize this better. But for the adult platform is 17 cents per minute. For the children platform, you're getting paid 20 cents per minute. So it's actually by the minute, not by the hour. But 30 minutes, you know, you see what I mean? Now, on the adult platform, there are people that might chat with you for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, depending on what type of a class you're taking. So you have to keep that in consideration too. A lot of people that do this regularly, they probably only accept 30-minute sessions. Some might do 15, and you know, those 15-minute sessions rack up, and hey, you get to meet tons of people. So in an hour, if you're doing 15-minute sessions, that's 4 people that you meet. Whereas in an hour, if you're doing the 30-minute sessions, you meet 2 people. And some people like to do it for a whole hour or even more, you guys. So think about that too, as far as how many people, how many classes, how much money. All right, so let's get down to the bones of it. All right, now didn't I say I was going to be 100% transparent? I said that, right? I am going to be 100% transparent, okay? So look at this. You see, I'm showing you my total payments. This is when I first started back in August. Not August. Oh my goodness. February. Doy, it is August now. When I first started in February of this year, it says 2018 because this is a running tab from, I guess, 2018, but I was not on Cambly in 2018. I first started tutoring on Cambly in February of 2019. To date, today is August 19th. And so far, this is how much I have been paid out. So that's how much I've gotten paid so far. That's not counting today's pay. This is what's expected to be paid to me today. You get paid every Monday. Now, if you look at this and you're like, what? That is from February until now? That's not much. Maybe you're thinking that's not much. Maybe you're thinking, hey, that's a lot. But now let me show you this. All right, you see this? You guys, I'm being 100% transparent, keeping it real. Look. Oh, I guess I started in January, not February. I was mistaken. So January 21st. Look, my first week. I barely, like, I was scared. I was so scared. So this is an hour. No, 2 hours. This is 2 hours. Like a little bit over 2 hours of teaching. And I got $20. And I didn't do it all at once. Trust and believe this was not all at once. This was like priority hour, 5 minutes here and there, a 10-minute, a 15-minute. And then it, you know, when it finally added up to enough for me to get paid on Monday, this was the first thing I did. I was like, all right, I'm at 22. Cambly said that I will get paid as long as it's 20 or above. I'm not going to teach anything else until I see and make sure this is legit and I'm going to get paid and there's no problems. Like, true story. That's what I was thinking. That was my mindset. And hey, I wanted to make sure it was legit before I put in so much work. So then, yeah, I got paid. So then it was like, okay, still a little scared, getting my feet wet. The next week, this is what I made. I was like, okay, that's almost 3 hours. Almost 3 hours. And you guys, it's not, trust me, I didn't start off doing this like back to back. This was like sporadically throughout an entire week. Throughout a week, it's like 3 hours of just conversing. And you guys know how I am on my YouTube live videos. That's easy for me to do because I have to like peel myself off of the live. Okay, then look, I started doing it consistently. You see it increase. I was like, okay, I can do this. Now, from that point on, look at this. This is a week. And this is, you know, here and there, me spending an hour, 2 hours a day, 5 days a week, 1 to 2 hours a day, 5 days a week. And you see, some people will be like, oh, I make almost $300 a week. That is not okay? The most I made was what, July 15th payout. And that was because I was like, you know what? I'm just going to get on here some extra time because I knew I was going out of town. So I knew I was going out of town and I wanted some more shopping money. All this was just, I got paid on that Monday. This was a Monday. I got paid and I said, all right, that weekend, that following weekend, I went shopping out of town. So I had money to be able to do so. And I didn't have to touch my regular, you know, I'm going to say bill money, but my regular stable income. I didn't have to touch that. I just used this. That's why when you guys hear me say this is my play money. So this is paid out every single week. Every week I had something coming to me. And for me, You guys, I keep saying for me personally, this was just me being able just to do extra stuff. Now, when you look at this, think about right now is August, right? Think about if you are not using Cambly to pay your bills or to live, like to actually live off of, and you're like, oh, I don't know if I want to. Think about this. If you are chatty, like I am, which is weird because I promise you guys I am introverted, but if you are chatty like I am, and talking comes easy for you when you're comfortable, you have to be comfortable. So if you're comfortable and talking comes easy for you, then think about, like, say a credit card bill or a debt, or maybe you own a car that you're making payments on, or you're trying to, put a little extra on your house payment. This is money that you can use to pay off debts, So if I was in debt and I didn't mind talking 2 hours a week, and I knew that was going to chip away at some debt, whatever debt I was in, I am almost $4,000 less in debt. So $4,000 applied to my debt. So in a year, think of, like, in a year, if you're really trying to be debt free in a year, think of how much you can apply to just your debts. If you're like, you know what, I'm going to pretend like someone just asked me, hey, would you mind talking on the phone and helping this person, chatting with them and helping them correct their English for 2 hours a day, 3 hours a day. I'll just say 1 to 3 hours a day, 5 days a week, because I do not do it on weekends at all. Now, if you are just one of those people that you're like, hey, I'll do it 7 days a week, just think of the possibilities on how much you can make in a year's time to be debt free or close to it. It really depends on how much your debt is. Just think of that. So say they, instead of paying you cash, they're saying, I will pay your bill for you. I will pay this bill for you. This right here, that's like some utility bills, or that's like a cell phone bill. That pays for my cell phone bill for the month. 1 week's pay could pay for my cell phone bill. And we have on my cell phone bill, 5 people. This pays for 5 people to be able to use their cell phone and have data availability for a whole month. You could look at it that way. This is several utilities. Maybe this could be, hey, this is my car insurance. This is my whatever your mentality is. This is how I look at it when I think of the dollar amount. Yeah, it's not a lot of money. You're not going to get rich, but you're sitting at home and you're paying your debts. Now, some people have asked me about taxes. No, Cambly does not take out your taxes. So keep that in consideration too. My father always told me to just take 30%. So wherever you live, whatever country you live in, take out a percentage. Now, I am not good at taxes. I am not the person to go to for tax advice because I have a tax person. Taxes get confusing with me, but I've never been in trouble with taxes because I have somebody else take care of that for me. But whatever your tax solution is, remember you're taking out a portion, whether it be like, all right, out of this $87, I'm going to put back maybe $10, $5, whatever, $5, and put $5 into a tax account. This is going to be my taxes, so that come tax time, it's not like, gasp, what in the world and why? Because you've been putting back your taxes. So that is my mindset when I am working on Cambly. And right now, the time that I'm taking to make this, if I was talking on Cambly, I would be getting paid per minute just to give this information in English. And a lot of times on Cambly, you're really listening to them. They're doing most of the talking. You're really just listening, helping them correct their English, helping them formulate sentences, and giving them new sentences or phrases or topics, someone that they can actually have a consistent English conversation with. Or some of you on Cambly might even know different languages. So if you're bilingual, that's a plus. You're probably wondering, is she like a Cambly spokesperson? Really, truly, I'm not. Not at all. Cambly, toodles, if you want to hire me as a spokesperson, do 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 do. Maybe put the little bee in their bonnet, but no, not at all. I don't get paid to do this for Cambly. I just want to really help teachers because I have sat, before I started teaching online, I was just like, how can I make more money? How can I maximize my time? And then, moreover, for me, how can I spend more time with my children and stay home? I really didn't like making the commute. I don't like wintertime, okay? And so making the commute in the wintertime and servicing the car and all this mess, and then I would feel sad, like so sad when, because I have children. I have 4 children. When my children wanted me to come to their school events, and I'm like, I'm working. I can't. I've taken too many days off. And when you have multiple children, they all want you to come to everything. They're my nieces and my nephews. Auntie, I'm just like maybe their mom and dad were working and they couldn't come. So they call Auntie. Auntie, can you? I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm working. But now I have made it to where I have the freedom to do what I want. I can travel and I can take work with me, which, if you're able to travel and not take work with you, then don't do it. But if you have real bills and real goals, and that's just not realistic, but you still want to travel, hey, this is portable. You take your job with you. It's portable, okay? But I do this to help everyone else. And I like to be completely transparent. I'm not going to paint everything in bubbles and lollipops and good times and everybody smiling. And I'm going to have a video about smiling coming up real soon. Because no, you don't have to smile until your cheeks are burning. And that's a misconception. So I have a video coming up about that. But I'm just keeping it real for you, and I want to help you guys to be able to maximize whatever time you have to meet your personal goals. Okay, so let me know if you have any suggestions on other things that you would like for me to just elaborate more on, things that you want me to dig in more on. Then drop me some comments, drop them down below. Don't forget to like. Thank you for subscribing and welcome to my channel. I hope you stay, come back. There is many more to come. Okay, there are many versions of Teacher LaShundra, aka Lala, aka Miss Lala, children's book author, teacher mentor, and mom, wife, pastor's wife. Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot. So you got to come back so you can learn more about it. All right. And as always, TTS. N.